The call came at 12:17 a.m. I remember the time, because I had just switched off the kitchen light and was listening to the quiet settle over the house. At my age, you learn its language, the refrigerator hum, the soft tick of cooling pipes, the familiar creak near the stairs. My oldest son does not call at midnight. When I answered, he didn't greet me. He said, "Mom, turn everything off. Lights, Wi-Fi. Leave your phone downstairs. Go to the attic, lock the door, and don't tell your son-in-law." My throat tightened. "You're scaring me. Just do it." It wasn't panic in his voice. It was urgency layered over control, the tone he uses at work, not at home. I obeyed. I unplugged the router, switched off lamps, set my phone on the dining table. The house went dark and heavy. Each step up the attic ladder felt louder than it should have. I locked the attic door behind me and crouched near a thin crack between the old floorboards that overlooks the hallway. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the front door opened. My son-in-law's voice drifted up, low and casual. "You're late." Another man answered. I didn't recognize him. They moved into the living room. From my angle, I could see only shoes crossing the rug. I told myself there must be an explanation. There are always explanations if you want them badly enough. "I need it done tonight," the stranger said. "It will be," my son-in-law replied. "She won't notice until next week." A metallic click followed, then the unmistakable sound of my office safe being opened. My breath stalled. That safe held financial documents, account information, the deed to the house, things my husband had organized carefully before he passed. My son-in-law had once offered to help streamline everything. I'd let him. I'd trusted him. "She trusts you," the other man said. A soft laugh. "That's the point." The words didn't hit like a slap. They landed slowly, heavily, as if something inside me were collapsing in stages. I thought of my oldest son's cautious questions over the past year. Transfers he didn't understand. Investments that felt rushed. I had told him not to be suspicious, not to create tension in the family. I had chosen peace over doubt. Then came 3 firm knocks at the door downstairs, not frantic, measured. Federal agents. Opened the door. The air shifted. Silence followed, sharp and immediate. A chair scraped. My son-in-law's voice returned, thinner now. "What is this about?" "Open the door, sir." The door opened. I couldn't see the agents, but I heard everything. Identification. Clear statements. The stranger attempting to move and being stopped. "Stay where you are." The language changed the room. Words like financial fraud and unauthorized transfers traveled cleanly through the floorboards. There was no shouting, no chaos. Just procedure, calm instructions, the faint metallic click of handcuffs. "You have the right to remain silent." I closed my eyes. A few minutes later, footsteps approached the attic ladder. Slower. Familiar. A knock on the door. "Mom, it's me. I unlocked it myself." He stood there in plain clothes, his badge clipped at his belt. He looked older than I remembered. Not hardened, just certain. "You're okay?" he asked. I nodded. He stepped inside, scanning the attic briefly before meeting my eyes. "I'm sorry you had to hear it like that. They've been using your accounts for months." He continued quietly. "One needed him to move money tonight. That's why I called. Move money. Not hurt me. Use me." The house below us was no longer under my son-in-law's control. Agents were documenting, collecting evidence. The sound was steady, professional. "Will I need to testify?" I asked. "Yes." There it was, the consequence. Morning light filtered through the attic window, catching dust in the air. I realized trust doesn't shatter loudly. It erodes quietly. Until one night you're crouched above your own living room, listening to someone treat your life like leverage. "I should have listened to you," I said. He didn't say "I told you so." He just gave a small nod, not in victory but in acknowledgement. We climbed down together. The safe door downstairs hung open and empty. The space looked smaller somehow, but the house felt different, not because someone had been taken away, but because the truth had stepped in and stayed. And this time, I had not looked away.